Gloria Allred is a civil rights attorney who's fought a lot of cases against discrimination, and the New Yorker's Richard Socarides is a former advisor to President Clinton on LGBT issues. Thank you, both of you, for being here. Gloria, if this federal appeals court still finds same-sex marriage in these 4 states unconstitutional, what recourse do these plaintiffs have?
Well, it may very well be that ultimately the U.S. Supreme Court is going to have to grapple with this issue, Ronan, because when they struck down the Defense of Marriage Act, they did not go to the merits of whether or not it is unconstitutional for a state to ban marriage equality. I challenged the ban on marriage equality in California in 2004. We fought that for 6 years, twice to the California Supreme Court. We won the right in California for our clients, Robin Tyler and Diane Olson, to be married, and for thousands of other couples also to be married. However, the U.S. Supreme Court hasn't decided the merits. Justice Kennedy, who's going to be the swing vote once it is decided or accepted and decided by the Supreme Court, has indicated.
Next.
Yeah, I do. Has indicated that he thinks there's a liberty interest, that we shouldn't have 2-tier marriages, one for heterosexuals, one for everyone else. So there are constitutional issues that may very well be involved, because it is demeaning to same-sex couples not to be able to marry, and they have the right to dignity under the United States Constitution.
And the decision overturning DOMA argued just on that ground, saying that it denies them dignity. Richard, you've written recently in the New Yorker, for instance, that this may be the final stages of the campaign for marriage equality. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that since the Windsor decision, the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court Windsor decision last summer, we've seen this incredible explosion of these cases, which have all gone in favor of gay marriage, all in favor of gay rights proponents. And even though, as Gloria is absolutely right, in the Windsor case, the Supreme Court did not decide the issue of whether there was a constitutional right to marriage. Their reasoning in that case was such that all the other federal appellate courts now that have taken on the issue have said that we have to find that there is a federal constitutional right to same-sex marriage. Now, I don't think they're going to lose in the Sixth Circuit after the argument today, but if they did lose in the Sixth Circuit, it would provide a divide between the circuits, because, as Pete said, the Fourth Circuit has ruled and the 10th Circuit has ruled in favor of gay marriage. So now we're at the Sixth Circuit. If there is a division between these 2 circuits, the Supreme Court would be more likely to take the case, and we might have it finally resolved next June, which we're all hoping for.
I agree, and I want to say how proud I am of individuals who are gay and lesbian who are not going to stand for denial of their rights, and they are going to win the right to marry. I personally am going to perform a marriage for a gay couple in 10 days, and I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you, and you've been a great champion of this.
Thank you very much.
You've been a great supporter.
It's about equality for everyone.
It's about equality.
It is about equality.
It may rankle you, actually, to hear this. There's this incredible sound of Senator Rand Paul responding to a question about whether he would support legislation defining marriage explicitly as between a man and a woman. Take a listen to this.
I am in favor of traditional marriage, and really, I think that's been the foundation of civilization for thousands of years. And the loss of the idea of marriage is really probably the leading cause of poverty in our country.
Look, I got to say, I'm a Rand Paul fan. I don't want to caricature him. He did go on to explain that the poverty stance is about people having children out of wedlock, but there's no literature that links that to more same-sex marriages.
Actually, the poverty stance is because of deadbeat dads, and that is the #1 reason that women are living in poverty with their children. The failure of the legislature, Congress, to pass laws which make it easier to collect child support from these deadbeat dads forces the women on to aid to families with dependent children.
And you know, Senator Rand Paul is so out of sync with what America is thinking right now. I mean, the remarkable thing about that comment is just in a few short years, that kind of comment seems so out of sync with where the American public is.
If I may, I think it already does now. And certainly that particular observation about poverty is not backed by any literature I've seen. Glad to hear you think the same. Appreciate both of your insights on this. Gloria Allred, Richard Socarides. Always a pleasure to have them on.